All right, what's going on, guys? Let's go ahead and break down everything from the Q&A and see what's going on with the game, bro. Because let me tell you something right here, right now, Buster. This is the last chance. Okay, the Dark and Darker, coming alive, or if it's gonna die permanently. Season 7 could make or break it. I mean, otherwise it's just gonna stay at like 4K concurrent players for the rest of existence. I think this is the final chance. I think people know Season 7 is coming, and people are gonna assume that it's gonna be good. But I mean, again, this is Iron Mace making the game, and we've seen Iron Mace's history and the mistakes they've made. But, people can improve, companies can improve. I have a little faith that the game will come back alive, and that I will hopefully regain passion for what I once truly loved. As you can tell, I haven't uploaded in a very long time, mostly because I lost passion. It's hard to keep making videos on a game that, I've built my entire, YouTube channel on this game, and, I've lost passion for it, and I don't want to force making videos. But this is reinvigorating something. The fact that Season 7 is right around the corner, and I do want to make a video on it based off of what I've heard is going on and the changes that are coming up. There's a new dungeon, class changes, balance tweaks. Of course, Gathering Hall got delayed, and there's some new wild systems coming out. So there's a lot, so I want to talk about it a little bit. The water map, this thing is freaking 7x7, boys. 7x7 modules. That's nearly double the size of Ruin, nearly. And to make that scale playable, they're adding like zip lines, boats, maybe to cross sections of the map. There's also new bosses, the Stingray, I think, and Blade Hand. I think that's what it's called. And they didn't give too much detail on Blade Hand yet, but the scale of the dungeon plus new bosses. I heard the swimming system took them a while to kind of nail down, but it's adding such a depth and variety to the game, so that's pretty cool. So I think what I've heard was that the map is static. It's not procedurally generated, so there's no battle royale circle, which also means that there's no high roller mode for the water map at launch. I hope from what I've absorbed and from my notes that's correct. That alone might actually be pretty refreshing. I think majority of people don't really like the BR circle, right? People if without it, now you can kind of have a greater depth and knowledge of the map, because you can actually run around, you can leave whenever you want. That's as far as we kind of know with the new map, what's going on with it. I don't think there's a high roller mode for it. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I misheard, but I think that's what's going on with it currently. So it's a selectable map. You'll be able to select it. It's not going to be random or anything. I don't think it's in the HR pool yet. They did tease a completely new mechanic. It's called Deal with the Devil. They didn't spell it out, but from what I gathered, it's some kind of high risk, high reward system. Is maybe sacrificing HP or resources for loot bonuses. So if tuned right, it could be insane. It could be an insane tension to add to the game. But if tuned wrong, it could literally break the dungeon experience, I think. So we'll have to see. They were a little vague with it. So we'll kind of have to see what they what they really mean by this whole deal with the devil type of thing, or this kind of concept. Another thing is the 0 to hero high roller. So I think this is one of the most exciting additions to this whole thing. It's a new high roller queue where everyone starts in Squire gear only. So 0 to hero type of deal. I think it's been pretty picked up and inspired by all these 0 to hero videos that come out on YouTube for Dark and Darker. Inside High Roller itself, so no stash advantage, no meta geared group steamrolling people. I think it's just raw survival, RNG, and skill. This could be one of the most fun things to watch and to play, especially for the sweatier side of the community. I think a lot of people love this change. I think a lot of people like to watch 0 to hero. I think a lot of people like to play 0 to hero. So them adding something like this to the game could be a huge advantage. Could bring a lot of people back to the game, especially from that, the entire freaking destruction of the community that has happened in Season 6. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I kind of want to talk about the balance changes and the perk reworks. So now balance changes. So this is where a lot of people's frustration, I think, have been lately. So Here's what we've gathered, okay? So Druid, the shapeshift mastery, will stop druids from instantly healing themselves with spirit and nature magic while transformed. I think this is, yo, I think this is huge. So the druids in some pain. If you're a druid main, you know, especially with the recent changes with the shapeshifting, like, you know, you just can't shapeshift as much or spam it as much. And then on top of this, like the, you know, the shapeshift mastery stopping druids from healing instantly. You know, I think that's gonna really, really hurt the potential of the druid, which I think a lot of people love, but of course the druid mains are not gonna love. So, but at the end of the day, finally, you know, some trade-off. Like, so like you want melee druid, like good, but you know, there's gonna be no free full heals mid-fight now. So, and then there's some changes with Warlock. The Eldritch Shield now comes with buffs for dark magic casting. Now, how about Ranger? I think what I heard correctly was that the Trap Mastery now allows you to pick up your traps again. Cleric, I think Holy Water will cleanse curses and debuffs. And when it does, you get a Bless buff back. Now, here's a big one, headshots. So right now, it's 200% damage multiplier. I think if I had to speak for the community, a majority of people don't like this. But they're experimenting with pulling that back to somewhere between 150 to 175. Still dangerous, but I don't think they're going to apply this initially. Like when the game, when Season 7 comes out, which I think they should apply it, actually. I think the reason why they're not applying it is to make it easier on newer players. You know, newer players getting headshots. And also, they just want people to, like, feel rewarded for getting headshots. Because getting your headshot's kind of difficult, at least with, like, a ranged weapon. Of course, if you're playing Barbarian, you have a massive advantage because it's so easy to get your headshots. Like if you're playing a melee class, you know. I think they should revert the headshot thing, but I don't think they're gonna do it initially. But I think if I heard correctly, they're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be experimenting. So, and now Bard, there's a full rework in progress, I believe. There's a new perk called the Party Aura, where teammates can drink ale for buffs without the drunkenness side effect. I think, you know, some interesting things are coming for Bard, but they didn't go into too much detail. Now weapons and gear. So on the loot side, we're getting new weapons, including like a player usable hand cannon. Cutlass is being added. Rapiers are getting a riposte mechanics, kind of sick, and then bows are getting a block. So how interesting is that? If you have a bow, you're getting shot at, you can block with the bow, I guess. I don't know how that's gonna work. Now that they're also sticking with SSF approach for the first 2 weeks of the season. Good move. I think a lot of people like that. So the market and trading posts will be disabled initially, which is good. After that, it's gonna open up, of course, which I think is fine. I think a lot of people do like market too, but my only concern is I hope they don't kill the market with religion, because religion is like is what makes kind of, you know, everything that you have of value go limp. So I hope they learn from their lesson there. I don't know if they will, but we'll see. But yeah, I think it just gives people time to farm without being instantly steamrolled by, you know, by people who can just level up to level 20 and know how to get really rich really fast in other maps. So SSF is always good. It's always inviting to new players. When SSF was happening in semi-wipe, there were a lot more players than there were in semi-wipe, so people really do love SSF. Now let's talk about the Gathering Hall, because unfortunately, I know a lot of people were looking forward to it, but it's delayed again. So yeah, they still plan on charging for it too. You know, they plan on charging the players for the server costs and stuff like that. For now, it's basically a paid meeting space, and if they don't attach, you know, meaningful benefits, it's risks being dead on arrival at this point. But like other quality of life changes, arrow stack increased to 30. Thank God. I mean, how hard was that? Like, you know, people have been complaining for quivers and arrow stacks for the longest time. So some new skins and monster models are coming. Crocodile, I don't know, could be kind of sick. Kind of fits the water map theme. Arena maps are still being tested and tweaked. Continuous dungeon spawn logic is being looked at. They know third-party spawn deaths suck, so they're looking into that. Artifact arena runs aren't happening this season, unfortunately. Talent tree and trade skills like mining, fishing, and crafting are season 8 or later, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna have to wait even longer. I don't know why it takes them so long, but you know, if they can make season 7 work, if it's good, the game comes back to life. If I get more passion, I'd love to keep making videos. Unfortunately, I've lost passion, and if I don't have passion, I can't pump out good quality content and good quality videos. I actually end up hurting myself more if I try to make a YouTube video that I'm not passionate about. So thanks for sticking around, you guys. But my final thoughts, the big picture, Season 7, you know, it's bigger, slower, more experimental. The water map is massive. You know, so it's gonna change how dungeons feel. The 0 to hero high roller could become a fan favorite type of thing, so they might keep that around. And balance changes might finally, you know, nerf druids to where they should be, and hopefully the 200% headshot modifiers go away. Sorry, druid mains, y'all know that like so many people have just been complaining about druid. I think it's time for them to step down for a little bit. But yeah, gathering hall monetization delays and the whole legal cloud over Iron Mace is still there, unfortunately. I mean, everything online about the legal stuff is pretty accurate. It's only the trade secret thing, infringement, that they're being charged for. So I don't think this game is gonna go away or permanently deleted. I think Nexon's gonna keep going after them because maybe they have something personal against them. I don't know. We'll see how the lawsuit stuff turns out. But for me, I'm cautiously optimistic. There's enough here to keep me excited, and if they actually deliver on stability and class identity, this could be a turning point instead of just another stall out. Because honestly, I mean, I'm ready to move on to a different game. My two main games that I want to move on to is the Midnight Walkers and Arc Raiders. But if Dark and Darker comes back, I'd love to make content on Dark and Darker. It's just been so sad for me lately. I haven't uploaded in a month, you know, because it's just boring. I just don't know what to do. But, you know, I am always very appreciative of you guys, and thank y'all for sticking around for this video today. And hell yeah, Buster. We'll see y'all in the next one.